ever felt like you're not good enough? Like you don't measure up to the standards of others or even yourself? Maybe you've been told that you need to be more like this or less like that, or that you need to do more of this or less of that. Maybe you've been comparing yourself to others or to some ideal image of yourself that you can never quite seem to reach. Psalm 4 has a word for you. Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. That means that God has chosen you, not because of what you do or don't do, but because of who you are. You're his faithful servant, his beloved child, his precious creation. You're good enough because God says so. But how can we know that God says so? How can we hear his voice in the midst of all the other voices that try to define us and judge us? Psalm 4 gives us a clue. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. The psalmist tells us that he finds peace and safety in God's presence by trusting in him and resting in him. He also tells us that he does this by meditating on God's word and praying to him. When you're on your bed, search your hearts and be silent, he says. So maybe the next time you feel like you're not good enough, or that you need to be something else or do something else, try this. Find a quiet place in time and search your heart. Ask God to speak to you through his word and spirit. And listen to what he says about you, not what others say about you. And then rest in his love and his grace. Know that he has set you apart for himself and that he delights in you. That's the secret to finding peace and joy in life. Not by trying to please others or ourselves, but by pleasing God. Not by striving for perfection or success, but by accepting his forgiveness and grace. Not by comparing ourselves to others or to some ideal, but celebrating our uniqueness and diversity. That's what it means to be blessed. Happiness and fulfillment that comes from knowing God and being known by him. Why don't you try it today?